If you are watching this video right now, I'm going to try as quickly as I can to explain what's going on, because this is quite a lot and it's very hard to put it all in a small video. But I have severe limitations on my camera, so I have to. And you might be asking the same question I am if you're watching this video, and that is the Leaping Lemur the villain in his own story, or is the whole situation just full of people ego tripping? And here's the cleanest way to see it without getting lost in the noise. As Nikki Flippers from Hoodwinked always said, when a tree falls in the forest, there are three sides of the story: yours, mine, and the trees, and we should pay attention to all three to get a full picture of the narrative. And there is no single villain here. What we're watching is a multi-agent ego spiral, a social system where everyone is performing, defending, or posturing, and the original event becomes secondary to the status scramble around it. Let me break the architecture down in a way that makes it understandable. He triggered the collapse not because he's evil, but because he acted impulsively, publicly, and without containment. He became narratively convenient once he stumbled. Everyone else could use him as a moral prop to elevate themselves. He isn't the villain per se. He is the catalyst. The story forms around him, but the story isn't about him. Okay? His friends are basically ego surfing the fallout. Ego surfing the fallout. Suddenly they get to posture as better men, protectors, or the ones who would have treated her right. They're not defending her per se. They're advertising themselves. The girl becomes a symbolic prize, not a person. They need a villain to feel righteous, so they inflate his mistakes into a moral play. The girl's role, she becomes the purity token, not because she is pure. You can watch the videos and realize that, but because the ecosystem needs an innocent to contrast the fallen male. Her agency gets erased. She becomes a symbol in other people's narratives, not a participant. The actual structure is that this isn't a hero-villain story. It's a status economy feedback loop. Everyone is trying to look morally superior. Signal desirability, rewrite their own position in the hierarchy. Lemur's fall gave them the stage. They're not really trying to completely expose what's going on. We're not misseeing anything. We're noticing the architecture. Most people don't have the clarity to articulate, right? Because we're looking at things objectively, right? We're not looking at things with a hard dick. Basically, whenever something happens and there's a woman involved, she's always the innocent one. The ethical layer is important to remember, though. If he did give alcohol to someone under 21, I want to make this abundantly clear, with the intent to take advantage of them, that is ethically serious. No ambiguity there. That behavior is wrong. Absolutely no excuses for that behavior, but that's a conditional statement, and it depends on what actually happened. The narrative layer is that we don't have footage, we don't have neutral witness, we don't have timestamps or context, we don't have her framing. Commentary channels amplify what she says. We don't have her contradictions or inconsistencies examined we don't have his side except a panicked apology video. What this means is the story, is being treated as fact before the facts are established. And the reason why I feel this is one-sided is because of the nature of online scandals almost always tilt towards the accuser, because accusations spread faster than nuance. People want a villain to rally against. Creators want content, not truth. The girl becomes the purity token. The man becomes the fallen predator. Architecture. The audience wants moral clarity, not complexity. Once that once that machinery starts, it doesn't matter what the actual evidence is. The narrative becomes self-propelling. This is the thing that we need to understand when we point the finger, is that people are complex, people do a lot of dumb shit, and there is almost no good guys in the story. And the more we can start understanding that, the better of a world we will live in.